What are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo. And I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Presented by Scott Credit Union. Your St. Louis
BlueNote Fan Report. Aloha. No, that kid is Jose Figueroa, Jose Dynamite's granddaughter. That's who that young lady is. Sorry about that. Jelly beans, feeling good about myself. Hello, Jason Nichols. How are you today, my friend? So, the Blues are in Chicago, and they actually want to lose because it hurts Chicago. Come on, Ryan, you love that shit, and you know it. There we go. Get myself a little bit higher. Where are we at? Oh. Taking on the Blackhawks. I think this is the fourth game that we've played them. I'm trying to look it up. Be honest, I've been in a funk the last couple of days, so not sure where things are. Just kind of getting there. I drove a little bit today. Didn't drive as much as I wanted, but so this is the fifth game that we are playing. No, pardon me, the fourth game. In the final games, Blues are 2-1. Blackhawks are 1-2. Okay, here we go. In the first game on November 16th in St. Louis, the Blues beat the Hawks 5-2. Game-winning goal went to O'Reilly. Bennington was in goal for that one. The next game was December 29th. Yes, I was at that game. Blues won 3-1. Callie Rosen got the game winning. And then on January 21st, the Blues fell to the Hawks 5-3. Bennington got the loss in that one. Not sure who they're going to have in. David. Thank you, Ryan. Loyalty, I get it. I don't know. I think losing to the Blackhawks, hurting them, keeping them further away from that one of them top two picks. That's like the best thing you can do right now. I don't trust this lottery at all, right? And first of all, I don't believe that this is the best way to build your team. I really don't, right? I think the best way to build your team isn't through the draft, but through the AHL. Right? You know, wait until guys, juniors, you know, they get up, they get in there, and there's their prospects. Right? That's when you know, yeah, some of the good ones might cost a little more, right? But you can get what you're looking for that way and get guys that you know are damn near NHL ready instead of guys that are NHL ready in 3 to 5 years. So I'm really not sold on this draft. I could see us getting as high as the top 5 maybe. We're going to be 9 or 10, and that's where it's at. Well, yeah, absolutely, Ryan. You go back and you look at any draft in the first round, and you have guys that never made the NHL. You no matter which rounds you look at, which first round, which year, you have guys that never made the NHL, especially in the salary cap era, right? For whatever reason, injuries, just didn't pan out, whatever the reason, that's what you're going to have. So that's what you're going to deal with. John Hefner, David AC, Jason Nichols. Thank you for putting them thumbs in the air. I greatly appreciate it. I know we're not going to have some of our Warriors today because they have the disabled hockey tournament or thing going on. You know what? I'm not even sold in the top 10. Not even sold on the top 10, my friend. Not even sold on the top 10. You go back, you look at, I've seen a couple of things where they redrafted the 2006 draft, where we took Johnson first overall, right? And if you go back and you look at those redrafts, most of them have Johnson going in the first round somewhere, but they're lower. They're like 15th or in that. I might have to look that up. I remember seeing it not too long ago, maybe a year or so ago. So that was the 2006 NHL. Draft. Okay, let's see if I can find something here. Let's see. Here we go. Here's an article on NHL.com. On NHL.com. I don't remember the date of this. Yeah. Let me get in this. An article they did in 2019, June 16, 2019. So after the Blues won the cup, okay, and we'll go through it. Johnson. Let me see. Johnson. I know Johnson ended up 12th, right? Johnson ended up going 12th. And you look at who got drafted ahead of him, right? Are the guys that got drafted after him that were picked to be better than him? Jonathan Toews should have been number 1 overall. Backstrom to the Caps. Backstrom was like the closest one. Well, Toews was 3rd. Toews was drafted 3rd. Backstrom was drafted 4th. Claude Giroux was drafted 22nd. He would have gone 3rd. Brad Marchand was in the 3rd round at 71. Bill Kessel was 5th to the Bruins, right? Jordan Staal at 6 was 2nd overall to the Penguins, right? And you don't get to Johnson until 12, right? I mean, that's kind of you're talking, I don't know. For me, I just see that there's some other things that could have happened there, I'm not all sold on that. Where are we at here? Yeah, I've seen that. I don't know where Danny Johnson is. We got Johnson in that draft. That was the draft where we picked Johnson #1 overall. Right? We really don't start building our team, building the Stanley Cup team until I want to say 2010 when we get Pietrangelo. And then from that point on, that's when you start seeing the build of it. You had Pietrangelo in the first round. I think you got Perron in the first round. You had Tarasenko and Steen or Schwartz in the first round. And then you make some trades. I don't know where it is, my friend. Don't know where it is. I can try something. Let me look at something here. It might be somewhere. It might be somewhere where I can bring it up, but I'm not sure. Oh, we have 2 injuries today. Both Thomas and Buchnevich are out. Right? Kapanen's going to play in the middle. Let's see. Cardinals, I think, lost 10-9. At least that's what they were losing earlier in the night. So we'll see. Levo got his Wolves championship ring. I'm looking, guys. I'm looking. I'm looking, guys. I'm looking. I'm looking. No, it's not. I don't know where it is, bud. Maybe if somebody knows where it is, you can send me a link, and then. But it's not where in a spot where I think it was easy to play. So yeah. Okay, so I don't see it here anywhere. Yeah, they just on the Twitter they just have neighbor versus bro. Wow, and they don't show the video. I don't think they're allowed to. So that's what I got. Where are we at, guys? Oh, he hit him hard, man. He did. Captain sending ring for the first time. I'm nervous. I don't care. Yeah, but you can have a scary offense if you got no defense. Forget it. You know, if your pitchers can't keep runs off the board, your offense doesn't matter. Yeah, it was against Vera. Or I think, yeah. I don't know, man. I'm lost. Oh, wow. 10 people watching this shit show. It's a shit show. Welcome to the Blue Note Fan Report. We're the shittiest show of the shit shows that are shit shows that are shit shows. Well, hey, I appreciate y'all being there. I don't know what to talk about. I honestly don't. I honestly don't know what to talk about. Got 2 guys out. You're in the bottom 10 of the league. You have 8 games left. You'll be eliminated from the playoffs this weekend. Actually, I'm wrong. 7 games left. 7 games left. Best you can do is 88 points. So, I mean, I think you're eliminated already, to be honest. I think you're eliminated already. Nope, not yet. You're close. Winnipeg needs 3 points. 3 points. That's it. And you're gone. So, that's it. But you're at 500. Yeah, you're a 500 hockey team. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Right? I don't know, man. Marilyn says she doesn't watch shit shows. Thank you, Marilyn. None, AC. I don't believe that offer sheeting helps anybody. I don't think they should offer sheet anybody. I'll be honest. I think that, okay, let's really get into this. And this is something, hey, I got to turn some air on. Hold on a sec. Let's talk about when free agency first started, right? The Blues, the owners did not want free agency at all. So they made it to where if you took a free agent, it was going to cost you. And they still have. That's why the offer sheet is there, right? The compensation for it. But if you signed a free agent, and this wasn't a restricted free agent, I think it was just a free agent, right? 5 first-round draft picks. Well, the Blues went out and signed Scott Stevens. Gave up 5 first-round draft picks. The very next year, what do the Blues do? They go and sign Brendan Shanahan. And 5 first-round draft picks. But they don't have 5 first-round draft picks because they gave them up to sign Stevens. So we had to go into compensation, and the Blues kept offering things in compensation that I don't think it was the Capitals. I can't remember what team it was. Was it the Capitals? Oh, I don't remember what team it was. Maybe somebody out there remembers what team we had to give this up to. Oh, no, the Devils. To the Devils, right? It goes to the Devils. Yeah, the Devils. So they keep making, and finally they say, you know what, we're going to an arbitrator. Well, they go to this judge, and they make their pitches, and basically the arbitrator says the only thing that you've got that's worth 5 first-round draft picks is the thing that you got to give up your 5 first-round draft picks. And they gave Scott Stevens, the guy that we signed, to give up the 5 first-round draft picks to New Jersey. Anybody know how that worked out? What did he win? 3 cups and a Conn Smythe? If I remember right. I think he's on NHL Network now, right? I know he was for a while. Then he went and coached. I don't know if he's back. Pretty sure it was Scott Stevens. Isn't that, am I right? Am I right? Nobody's answering me. Well, I'm just the only one here, so. Let's see here. I'm going to see if I can find his Wikipedia and look at it real quick. Here we go. Yeah, we signed him from the Caps. We signed Stevens from the Caps and gave the 5 first-round picks to the Caps. Then we signed Shanahan. Yeah, and he won the Conn Smythe. Yay! See, I won, and he also never won a Norris though. Okay. Career ended due to post-concussion syndrome. All right, so okay, no, so he was a restricted free agent. So this was the same RFA that we have now. The Blues had offered Joseph, Brenda Moore, and 2 draft picks, but the Devils only wanted Stevens, and that's what they got. There we go. You're not getting him, though. There's no, first of all, you don't have the 10 mil to offer him, right? I would agree with that. Right? Here's the thing, AC. To get him, that's going to be 10 11 mil. And you don't have that. You don't have that money to offer him. Right? And anything else that you offer him, that gets matched. Right? Now, and there's no way that they're giving him up. No way that they're giving up. In fact, I'm pretty sure that that's like the number 1 priority on the Ducks list. Right? Sign Zegras. Right? And Zegras to me, his demeanor, he's not one of those guys that's, gimme. He's going to sign, he's going to be Kurt Warner. What are they offering? Okay, that sounds fair. He's going to be one of those guys, right? Zegras isn't that guy. No problem, Ashley. So I don't see you being able to offer Zegras. You're not getting Zegras. And that's why, to me, I don't think that there's anybody out there that I would offer sheet. I mean, I could go look at all the RFAs. I could go to Cap Friendly and search by RFAs for next season. Oh, wow. How many of you were watching what Bernie just said? Right? How many of you are watching what Bernie just said? How many of you watched that? I want to know. I'm trying to look for. I might do that during the game, right? Think about what did Bernie just say? What did Bernie just say? Right? Who else has been saying that the entire effing season? Right? He makes the saves he's supposed to, and he makes a lot of them that he's not. That was quote. Not just you, Ashley. But see, Ashley, you're not here now, so you don't count. You don't count. You're not here. You can't fight for yourself. This is a me moment. A guy moment. Right? This is all right. Oh, they're talking about that. You did 2 years ago. Not last year. Not last year. I was on Benny's train last year. You did during the during the COVID shortened season, yes, I was all there. I was all there. I was not on Benny's side during that season. However, I came around. If a blues player was to sing the national anthem, who would it be? Oh, I could not. The only one that I think, and it would have to be not a current player, but someone that was on the team this year, would have been O'Reilly, because I know O'Reilly's in a band. Right? I heard about Wainwright singing that. Oh, no, I remember that. And then I got on the bandwagon. And I don't think I let him go 15 starts. I think within 5 I was seeing it. Right? It was up to the point that he got COVID. Oh, Bushnevich would be an absolute laugh. Right? Oh, I would have loved to hear Tereshchenko sing the national anthem. That would have been fun. Ashley saying by 10 starts. I know it was early. I know it was early. Oh, yeah, I can see that, AC. I can see that. I could see that. Oh, man. We're getting close to game time. Puck drop in about 5-6 minutes or so. Look, I don't know what to expect tonight, right? I don't even know who's in net. Is Benny in net? Benny in the Jets? Let's see here. I don't see a starting lineup. A quick refresh, see if I can come up with a starting lineup. No, I'm not seeing it. Let me, guess I'll have to check out one of my other guys. Okay, the warm-ups in Chicago. You have Shin centering Varna, and Brandon Saad, the sexy man Saad. Kaepernick centering Kyrou and Blaze. That could be interesting. Brown with Levo and Neighbors. Throw him down, Neighbors. Walker with the torpedo and Pitlick. Bennington is your goalie. And Letty Pareko, Scandella Falk, Cruz Rosen. No real changes on the defense. That's been the issue right now. Defense has been an issue. It's been an issue for a while, actually. Let's see. Let's see. Simple Simon says 2 of those first, Pareko and either Snugart or Bulldog to Calgary for Huberdeau. No need to go sheeting anyone. First of all, here's your problem, right? I'm not giving up 5 players for Huberdeau. He's not had a great season in Calgary. Pareko has a no trade clause, and you're not giving him up. And I'm not ready to give up on either Snugart or Bolduc there, Simple Simon. I think that, I'm really, when it comes to trades like that, I'm really, really cautious. To me, the majority of those trades don't work. Now, some of them do. We saw one that worked. The O'Reilly trade absolutely worked. Right? And it looked like Huberdeau was going to work in Calgary. Wrong coach. Problem is, you bring him here, and we got the same damn coach. I'm not sure what you're saying there. I'd like to see that too. Wendy, where are you? Are you at the game? I'm actually on Wendy's side today. I say let's go Hawks. Let them win. I want them to win. It hurts their chances. Let them win. Right? I'm with that. No, I'm all for it, man. Let's go Hawks. Reverse retro or Hawks today? I should take red out so my arm looks translucent. That would be funny, wouldn't it? If my arm looked translucent. Are you at the game, Wendy, or not? If not, come on, man. Are you doing a show on your own? Rover all over with Falk. I heard that. I thought that was pretty funny. Wendy can't join tonight. Okay, no problem, Wendy. Look, I love this team. I think anybody who knows me knows that. I have followed the Blues since I was, knee-high to a grasshopper. For the most part, I've followed the Blues longer than most of the people that watch this show, and I don't mean that as a derogatory mark. I'm just older. I have seen all of it, all the ups, all the downs. The 80 team, the 86 team, right? That game 7 where they allowed the referees to be Calgary referees because of the weather. Oh, we know you are, Bob. We know you are, and I'm sure Wendy knows it too. Wendy should be a moderator still. I think you are, aren't you, Wendy? I know I didn't take it off, so you should still be a moderator. Who we got here? Michael Edwards, Marianne Listener, Ryan Green, John Hefner, David Acey, and Jason Nichols. For me, the Monday Night Miracle, I'm not as sold on the Monday Night Miracle as everybody else is. And I get some people are, but, and it was a playoff game, and I get that. And it was part of that. I think it was against Calgary, right? I'm pretty sure it was was it against Calgary? Yeah, I think it was. Right? You got to remember, you think about this, right? The Blues went a total of 30 years to go to three Western Conference Finals. 86. I want to say 2000 or 01. And then 16. 15 years apart. Yeah, that's right. 86, 01, 16. And then 3 years later, the 16, 17, 19, 3 years later, they're in the finals. So, to think about that, that's a 30-year period. That's an adulthood. Where this team only made it past the second round 3 times. 3 times. Right? Hard to deal with, right? Hard to deal with. Now, I don't think I was at the Monday Night Miracle, but it was at a game against Chicago where we beat them we were behind and beat them in the late in the third. Went up for game 7 and ended up losing in a blowout. I think that was probably a first round. Second round, because I remember I took my sister, my youngest sister, to a baseball game and then a hockey game, and I was in the Navy at the time. So this had to be 88, maybe 89. Had to be 89. Yeah, it had to be 89. Pretty sure it had to be 89. Or could it have been 90? No, because I went back to the ship, so it had to be 89. Had to be the 89 playoffs. I would have loved to have seen that one. I didn't get to see that when I was here by then. Would that have been 12, wouldn't it? Jason, I think it was 89. Well, it looks like we're up for puck drop. Oh, yours was late 90s. Okay. I'd have been in Japan then. I went back to Japan in September of 97. Oh, well, actually, would that have been... Yeah. Yeah. They have Mrazek in goal. Oh, man, everybody's going away. Oh, I've lost some viewers lately, but that's okay. You know, it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. You know, I always say, you know, when people bitch about my opinion and that, I say, okay, where's your show so I can go on it and watch and see what you say. Right? If you ain't got the balls to do this, in some ways you need to shut the hell up. Look, I love your opinion and I want your opinion. But don't sit there and tell me that I'm all wrong and then get mad because I think that I don't disagree with yours. Right? And that's what happened. That's what happened with the bully thing. Right? And still, I still believe I'm right on that one. 100%. Oh, nice back pass. Oh, that was nice by Blake. That should have been a penalty. Oh, nice cycle. Nope. This was the second time. Second time, and he ain't been back since. I don't care. Nice little cutback by Brown. God, I think if Brown can stay healthy and have a good offseason, he is going to be something special next season. Yep. Nothing I can do about it. No, Jason Nichols, I'm starting to think that you may be right. A walking torpedo. Nope, not on Berube's side. Not going to go there. He's got a lot to show me before I go there. Nice backhand pass. The Piranha makes a shot. Nowhere to go. Oh, another nice little shot. Piranha's got 199 career points. Yeah, that game on Saturday. That game on Saturday for me, I got to be on. I think it's 7 or 6:30 in the morning. Right? I was looking at that earlier. So the games this weekend are for me are both morning games. Let's see. Chuck gets his 100th point. So yeah, I got to be on at 6:30 for the Nashville game, and then at 9 a.m. my time for the Bruins game. And I know that our buddy Dante is going to be at the Bruins and the Philadelphia game. Oh, you're going to go back and pick up the Berube torch. There hasn't been a whistle yet. 7 minutes into the game and no whistle. Oh, I know I got to deal with you either way, bud. You're like mold, Robert. Once you get it, you can't get rid of it, and it's toxic as hell. I'll wait to see his response on that one. I was waiting to see how you responded to that. Wow, man, only 3 people watching. I think this is the lowest I've had in a while where I've done what do you call it, the reaction shows. I may back out, man, and just come back at the intermission. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to back out. I'll be seeing you guys at intermission. Marianne, I said it. I'll see you guys at intermission. Wow, Kaepernick took a bad hit there. Oh, I would not be surprised if we don't see him come back. Oh, he took a bad one. I mean, the trainer doesn't look too concerned, but we'll see what happens. It is a 0-0 game, and absolutely nobody's fucking watching. Wow. Nobody is watching me. Nobody gives a crap. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. That's not true, I guess. Is anybody out there? Out there? Wow. Is anybody out there? Is anybody out there? Wow, this is bad. Bad, I say, bad. How bad is it? Is just that freaking bad, don't you know? Don't you know it's that bad? Well, we have a tie game. It is we have a tie game. It is 0-0. Blues were definitely outshot that period, 10-8. But at one point, they were being outshot. I want to say it was 9-2, 8-2, something like that. Something real horrible number until the power play came up, and they got a couple of shots on that. Looks like Varna's going to be in a little bit of pain. We'll see if he'll be able to come back. We don't know yet. Not much in stats on this one, that's for sure. Here we go. There was one penalty. Erschweiler took a high sticking, or got a high sticking penalty against Falk. The Blues had 9 shots. Okay, shots of chain, 10-9. Blues had a total of 15 attempts to the Blackhawks 20 attempts. Blackhawks had 9 hits to the Blues 5. Blues gave it away 3 times. The Blackhawks only 1. Both teams took it away once. Both teams had 5 blocks. And the Blackhawks are losing. The Blues are winning the face-off battle 5-3, 63% to 38%. Joey Anderson from Chicago is leading all shooters with 3 shots and 5 attempts. On the Blues, Jacob Varna has 3 attempts. Callie Rosen has 2 shots. Everybody else who's gotten one has 1. Let's see. Falk is leading with 2 block shots, and Blaze is leading with 2 hits. I mean, that's about it. Bennington's made some good saves. If the numbers don't go up, I'm going to stop the show, man. I'm sorry, guys. I put too much energy in this for 4 people. And I don't mean to take anything bad against the 4, but I'm sorry, man. I'll be back. I'll just sit here and not say anything. Hard to do an interactive show when there's no active or enter. I don't know why I'm still doing this. I really don't. I'll sit here and eat jelly beans and drink Coke. Yeah, Tad, I kind of agree. The one thing that the NHL has to do is get rid of the blackouts. Right? I think they hurt more than they help, and especially when that they're showing that feed anyways. So you're really blacking out and hurting yourself. Right? So Blues are up 3-1. I actually took a break, came back, and bam, bam, Falk and Torpachenko, the torpedo. Or earlier at the 425 mark, Varna, the Piranha, Todd and Shin made it 1-0. It's on the other Bally Sports channel, bud. Bally Sports has 2 channels. It's on the extra, Bally Sports Extra. So the game is on Bally Sports Extra, Tad. Check your other Bally Sports. You should be able to find it there. Well, they needed to lose this game, so what do they do to go win it? Damn it. Damn it, Janet. Well, there you go, bud. God, I can't believe I got to go another 3 weeks with this damn cast. Shots are 21-15 in favor of the Blues. They had 14 shots to 6 this period. Wow, how'd that happen? I think the Blackhawks forgot how to play hockey. Actually, they'll have a game in hand on you. Cards. Blues on a penalty kill. Sorry, Erickson. Really good effort by Sutton Kaepernick. I agree with that one. They helped kill that penalty. They killed a good 20, 30 seconds of that penalty off. Got the cycle going. Cycle, cycle, cycle. Bennington got a piece of it. The game on Saturday is also going. There's one more game. I think it's the. I'm not sure which one it is, but there's one more game that Bally's going to have on the other channel. Three on one, and they slow it up. See, I like that. I would rather him do that than go down and just give the puck up at the red circle, at the top of the circle. Yeah, some weak passing there. Oh, nice little give and go there that just doesn't have enough on it. I would have rather seen Pitlick keep going around the thing there. Hey, guy, would you rather see a tree grow or a Negro? Oh, man, that's fucked up, dude. Dude, that's really fucked up. Get off my fucking channel if you're going to do something like that. That's fucked up, man. No wonder I don't want to do this anymore. No wonder you guys are taking all my fucking passion away. Nice save by Bennington. Glorious Super Ted Dieterman, Erickson Krieger, thank you for putting those thumbs in the air. Greatly, greatly appreciate you. Jordan Bennington sets the record for penalties by a goaltender on the Blues. Yay, Bennington! And that's the end of the second as the Blues are leading 3-1 with the Blackhawks on a power play. Blues outshot the Blackhawks that period, 15-11, and are outshooting them 22-20 for the game. Penalties for the Blues, all three for tripping, Neighbors, Shin, and Bennington at the 10:05, 14:41, and 18:52 mark. The only penalty for Chicago is this was in the first was a high sticking. Blackhawks are 1 for 3 on the power play. Blues are 2 for 3 on the penalty kill. And Nasu got the only Chicago goal, power play goal at the 10:24 mark. That tied the game after Varna the Perun scored at the 4:25 mark. Then within 40 seconds of each other, something like that. Falk and the Torpedo both put pucks in the net to make it a 3-1 score. Nobody's here but me. Wee! Wee 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 wee. I need a dog. I need an English bulldog so bad. They are the greatest dog in the world. Get an English bulldog and make TikToks for them. That'd be great. I don't know, man. That's I don't know. I don't like that one. Don't like that one. Who's here? Anybody here? Come on, who's out there? Who's out there today? could get number 3 if he doesn't let anything else in. Yeah, they're playing better in the second. They're talking about how they went from a -22 to a -3. Yeah, but so are the Blues. The Blues are a struggling hockey team. Nice one by Barana. You know, Nick, I'd rather them lose. Right now, I would not mind them losing because that hurts the Blackhawks. Right now, if they lose this game, they're going to be They're going to be in the number 1 slot for the draft. Right, and that will make Blackhawks fans happy. I'd rather them win the game and not be in that number 1 slot. Ow. I suck. Oh, well. Well, Lance was going to be here, but I guess I didn't see his message. So, no Lance, no Ashley, no me, just he. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about, guys. We'll go over the stats here in a second. I think I went over them already. Oh, I heard a bump. I heard a noise. I heard a noise. What's that noise? No, the Notes are not eliminated yet. We're close, though. I think Winnipeg needs 3 points, is what I last looked at earlier today. And I don't know if they won today or not. Did Winnipeg win, Lance?
I don't know. I've been out.
They didn't play today. They play tomorrow. They play tomorrow. Let me see here. Yeah, they play tomorrow against the Red Wings. And depending on what we do, I mean, 3 points it. I mean, if we win out, they only need 3 points. And that would push us out of the having any chance of getting in the playoffs. And I don't see us getting it anyways.
It ain't happening. It doesn't matter. It's not happening, and they've been basically out of it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
They've been out of it since January when they gave up.
Yeah.
You're Jason. You might be right. I'm starting to see what you're talking about. However, I look at Varna and I look at Kapanen, and if I'm Armstrong, you know what I do with those two guys? What would you do with them, Lance?
Well,
I trade them.
Veronica's got a year left on his contract,
They
and it's
both
a low
do. I
contract.
trade them both.
I mean, that they both do. Armstrong's not going to trade them both. I don't see that happening.
Jason, check your stuff because we're good. We can hear each other, right? You can hear me, Lance?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Yeah, Jason, it's got to be on your side then, bud. Yeah, figured it. No, I trade them both. I trade them both in the offseason. You're not going to get. They're hot right now, and everybody's seeing that, and you're gonna get something for them. You might, maybe not a first, but you could package them to move up. Right? You came out and said this isn't a 1-year thing, next year don't expect anything. Well, prove it. That's what you believe, prove it. Go out there and trade the guys away and bring in picks or younger guys. I still don't believe. We all got our playoff predictions wrong. I don't believe in the draft. I think the best way to build a team is through prospects. Let the guy. Oh, they're still going to show this commercial. Surprised that the electric commercial with Bennington and O'Reilly.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know what, Nichols? Jason, I just don't see it, man. I see I see a GM who has written off a couple of seasons, and he's given himself a chance to be worse, and that's what he's going to do.
Well, I always tell people that are enamored, and you see a lot of it on Facebook and Twitter, and even the media makes such a big deal about having a low end first round, a high end first round pick, top 10. Oh, hey, look at the NHL rosters. I did it years ago, and it's not up to date. But you will be shocked how many more second, third, fourth, and fifth round picks are.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. Go back and look at the Blues' history of first round draft picks. Right, the higher ones we've really never done that great with. The highest pickup that I can think of that the Blues did really good with. There's only one. Right? There's only one, and I'm talking a tick number 10 or higher. There's only one. I'm seeing if Lance can come up with it.
Oh, you want me to come up with it?
Yeah.
I forget what Petrangelo's.
Yeah, it was Petrangelo at number 4.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think there's any other number 1 pick that we've had, especially in the high range.
Well, we've had a bunch of first round picks, and a year or two later they trade them away, or after 2 years after they come up and play here, they trade them away. And the NHL draft, just like it's not as bad as baseball, but baseball, man, it's such a crapshoot. You pick a guy 20th overall, and he never even sees AAA baseball, never even sees AA. He ends up farting out at single A. It's a crapshoot, and I'm gonna, like I said, I would much prefer for them to trade those picks and get something.
Right, we have. So you got to be careful with the number 1 picks, right? There's a few of them out there, especially in the early years. You got to step back from them.
Well, right? I the one thing I will tell you, the Blues are open to trading some of those picks to move up.
Oh, I know they are. I just don't think. So in 1968, they picked Gary Edwards. He ended up playing 86 games in the NHL. 6th overall. 4th overall the next year, Gene Carr. 465 games. Their best number 1 overall pick, or number 1 first round pick in the early years has got to be Bernie Federko at 7th overall, right? 1,000 games in the NHL. Almost all of them with St. Louis, right? You've got a few others in here. Rod Brindamore in '88 was 9th overall, but most of his games he played with somebody else, right?
Yeah, he played with Philadelphia. He played with a couple other teams. Yeah, he played a lot more games with other teams than he did with the Blues.
Yeah. Jackman was 17th overall, 876 games. Marty Reisner had 798, but again, I think he was 14th overall. I think the majority of them were with somebody else.
Yep.
Jason Marshall, 9th overall in '89, 526 games. I don't even think he played for us that much.
But he even at number 9, he wasn't a great NHL player, journeyman type of guy. You know, it's just, I don't know why people are so enamored with it, but you know, I guess that it to each his own.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at the number 1 picks, and you know, you go back, you know, in 2018, 25th, we had Dominic Book, and we traded him away. 17, we got Thomas and Costin. Thomas has been obviously the better of those two. 26, Tage Thompson. The majority of his games have been elsewhere. Robbie Fabry, majority of his games have been elsewhere.
No, I don't think so.
Huh?
He was here for several years. I know he was hurt, but he was here for a while.
I think the majority of the games he's played have been with the Detroit. I'll look it up here in a little bit, but Schmaltz played 42 games? Jordan Schmaltz in the NHL.
Yeah, it was.
I don't even know if he's still with the Blues.
No, he was traded.
Yeah, from 2012.
Yeah,
he's with the Swiss National League. You know, the best going back, you got Tarasenko and Schwartz, 14 and 16th overall. Petrangelo, 4th overall. Perron, 26th overall. Ian Cole, 18th overall. Bergeron, 25th overall. Law Zeller, 13th overall. I don't think he played any games for us, did he?
Yes, he did. Very few, but yes, he did.
Not many, right?
No, I mean, I less than a handful, I think.
Yeah. And then you have Eric Johnson, the number 1 overall pick. And when they redrafted that year, they had him come in at 12. Right? So we don't have a very good we don't have a very good what do you call it?
Track record
in the draft.
I think we have a decent one when you're looking at past the number 10. I think we've picked some guys up to middle, late in the first round. I mean, look at Oshie. Oshie's played for a long time. He's probably averaged 25 to 30 goals a year. Perron, you know, he's played a long time. I don't think, though, overall, if you look at their whole history, and I don't think they have been. And I think even with Armstrong, he's hit on some, but he's missed on just as many as he's hit on.
Okay, I mean, I can see that. Yeah, so I didn't realize if they were in Orange, they played at least one game with the Blues. Fabry has, now I don't know how updated this is. Well, I'm on Wikipedia, not.
Yeah, go ahead and look.
Yeah, with the Blues, he played less than 100 games.
Ryan,
no, he played more than that. I missed
the reason that there's such hype over the draft is because they want to get people interested. They want to make it sound magnificent, just like every draft show.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people that don't watch football, the NFL draft, because it's exciting. That's why there's so much hype around it. Yeah, every now and again, you're going to hit on a number 1 draft pick. But a lot of people out there think, oh, he was 15th overall. That means he's going to be a good player. No, it doesn't.
Oh, there goes that. With 21 seconds to go in the power play, Chicago scores. Wrong button. That's their second power play goal of this game. Does Torpachenko's progress from here in the future, or do you see him on the bottom six throughout it? No, I can see Torpachenko getting into the top six. I can see that. Oh, Falk let that one go.
I'll put it this way. If you've got a good team, he's not a top six. If you've got a team and you're trying to build your team, then he might be.
No, I think he has the potential to be a top six.
A top six guy, you want 25 goals out of him. I don't think he's got it.
I think he does. I just think he's got to get into it. He's got a big body.
And with the way that he plays,
with
the way that he plays, he's going to be injury prone. I guarantee you he's going to get hurt sometime, and it's going to be a knee, it's going to be an ankle, it's going to be something. Because guys that play like that, just fast and furious and hit and do a lot of times they don't last a long time in the league. Yeah, you see people like Jeremy Roenick.
That is true, but let's you can hope that this guy plays a little bit better when it comes to that.
No, I can have a different opinion. I mean, I wish him the best, but he's just not a top six in my mind. Can he prove me wrong? Yeah, I hope he does, but to me, he's just not.
I like look at guys. I don't look at too many people pay too much attention to that. Can the guy be a 20-goal scorer? I think he can. That's what I'm looking at. Right? He's got a shot. He's got he plays tough. He gets into opens, and he's fast. He's got good speed on his skates. That right there can lead you 20 goals, or better yet, 40 assists.
Are we talking about the same guy here when it comes to speed?
Yeah. He's a lot faster. He's sneaky fast. He's like Tarasenko.
There's a difference between quick and fast. He's not fast. At least
I want to disagree with that. I think he's sneaky. I think he's got some sneaky speed there. Right?
I wanted to ask you, what did you think of Berube's big comment about, basically Thomas and Kyrou scored and basically helped us win, but I didn't give them the ice time because they weren't playing basically a 200-foot game.
I didn't hear that comment, but that's right there just tells you how he's not the right coach for this team anymore.
No, and somebody keeps us. People kept hating on Kyrou, and I said, guys, I asked this question. I go, if the heavy game is still works in this league, why aren't their teams utilizing it? Number one. Number two, tell me a top 10 team that you would call a heavy team that doesn't put offense first, and nobody can do it.
This is what amazes me about Kyrou. This is what amazes me. A lot of people will sit there and tell you he's having a crappy year. 71 games played, 33 goals, 35 assists, 68 points. Now he's a minus 35.
Well, Thompson is too.
Right? But I think for a forward, I think the team you play on has a lot more to do with your plus minus than anything else.
It has a lot to do with your line mates, the team you play with, and because I'll say that, and people go, well, you can't judge a player by plus minus, and then they'll turn around and tell you,
and use plus minus,
he's got 70 points, but his plus minus is this. Well, you just told me you can't judge a player by his plus minus.
Yeah.
I
agree with you.
If you take Kyrou and Thomas off of this team, like a lot of these people want, especially Kyrou, we would be the worst team in the league.
Oh yeah,
I don't have any doubts about it.
Yeah. No, I see. I think way too much was made about those contracts. Way too much.
Way too much.
And here's the thing. To me, the persons whose job it was to diminish that was Berube's. Right? It was absolutely Berube's job to diminish that, to go to Tarasenko, to go to O'Reilly, to go to Shen, to go to the other guys and say, look, If you're upset about what they're getting paid next season, that's on you. You need to do this season is earn your next season paycheck.
That's right.
That's what he should, and he did. And in fact, he even brought up the money. He brought up the money, and that's what pissed me off.
Yep.
Oh, for as much as they're getting paid, they're not getting paid that much. They're not getting any of that money yet.
Every team, yeah, you're right. They won't till next year, but every team is signing their younger guys, the younger guys at 20, 25, 30 goals, and they're signing them to big contracts.
Oh, yeah.
The Blues aren't the only team doing it, guys.
Oh, yeah, I seen that, and Lance kind of brought that up with somebody in our St. Louis Blues. I didn't even read the article because, first of all,
it's just a blame game.
The article tells me everything I needed to know.
It does. Yep.
Right?
It does.
The Blues didn't make the decision to let Perron go. Perron made the decision not to stay in St. Louis. That's been missed so much.
Well, I will tell you one thing about the hockey writers. There are some of them that are very good.
Yeah.
But several years ago, I was writing articles for a sports vlog, and they told me to send one in, and it was about the Blues. And they said, your knowledge is great. You know, we love this and this and this, but you need better titles, and you need to you know, we want a writer, not somebody that knows the game. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. To me, that's the media. That's the media narrative, right? That's the narrative that Perron tried to sell. They didn't want me. They didn't offer me a contract. And you know what? I bring this up a lot. When I bring this up with a lot of people now. When I ask you a yes or no question, that's what I expect, a yes or no answer.
Mm-hmm.
If you have to clarify it, it's still a yes or no answer. Were you offered a contract? Not formally. Oh, so you were offered a contract.
You were. Yeah. So numbers were discussed, huh?
Yeah. And then the people asking the question, oh, okay, so the Blues didn't want you then. They bought into it.
And I told everybody months before it happened, Kairou's agent wanted $5 to $5.5 million, and the Blues had already told him $4 million, and that's why they shopped around and realized nobody's going to give a 34, 35-year-old David Perron more than $5 million.
Yeah. You know, Perron could have stayed in St. Louis. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, positively could have stayed in St. Louis. It was on Perron whether or not he wanted to stay in St. Louis. For him to say, first of all, they told him and his agent, $4 million, 2 years, that's what we got. And then you never go and negotiate. You never call him and say, hey, we'll take that or we won't. And then 2 days before free agency starts, you say, we're going to test free agency. They take that money and they offer it to somebody else. That's on you, not on them.
Well, Armstrong even came out and said it in one of the press conferences. I remember somebody asked him about it. He said, that's not true. He said, but I will say we did discuss an offer that we were willing to do. And we told him and another player, and that was Letty, that this is all we have to spend. But they told Perron that first. They said, due to our cap, we wanted to sign this guy, and this guy, and we have to. But we're able to give you $4 million, and we do want you back.
No, and Perron just sold a different narrative, and everybody ate it up. I still hear people to this day say they never offered him a contract.
Yeah, I had somebody tell me today that I was drinking the Blues corporate Kool-Aid.
Oh no, I seen that. I seen that. And I got to be honest. I know you've asked me to chime in on some of this. I backed off, man. I mentally, I just can't deal with it right now. So please, understand that it doesn't. Yeah. I'm not taking anybody's sides on any of this shit. Yeah, because it's not mentally, it's not helping me.
No, and people today, you can't have a different opinion, and when you present facts, they don't see them or they don't understand them.
Yeah, no, the Perron thing is alternate fact, right? That's what Perron thing is. It's an alternate fact. Fact, were you offered a contract? Yes, you were. Alternate fact, not formally.
Mm-hmm.
So you read not formally is, no, I wasn't offered one. But that's not the truth. Right? I'm gonna die on that hill. He was offered a contract, be it informally or whatever. They told him what they could pay, and he chose not to negotiate.
Mm-hmm. It's just like when you call
to come back with them and say, what about this or what about that? What about this term? What about that term? Chose not to.
Okay, it's like when you get 3 bids for a garage door and you pick one guy and you call him and say, "Hey, listen, I love your proposal. I really like your company, but this is I know you wanted to charge me $2,400, but all I have is $1,900 to spend. Is it my fault that guy didn't get my business? No, because all I had to spend, and the guy know it from the beginning when I told him all I had to spend was this."
Oh, there we go. Cairo gets 34. Hey, Goalie Mask guys watching. At least that's what Jason says. Hi, Goalie Mask. How you doing, bud? It is 4-2. Oh, nice goal. Oh, slick hands. That was slick.
Yeah, but
we got it coming right down Broadway, moved it, and then shot it against the grain.
Yeah, but he should have been backtracking, getting ready to play defense, though.
Yeah. yeah, I can see that, man. I can actually. I've heard that so much. I'm sorry. I'm done with Berube. I am, and I'm done with I'll tell you what. I think a lot of players were done with them, and I think that has a lot to do with. Yeah. I brought this up 2 days ago. I can draw. I've thought about this a lot. I can point to the moment this season went downhill. I have the moment that this season we all should have saw it and nobody did. I'm going to see if Lance gets where I'm going at. Well, that didn't last long.
No, didn't. I don't remember.
It is 4-3. We're letting him in. Oh, there's a little girl Blues fan giving the Blackhawks crap, going boo. I love it. Right? Didn't see who scored that one. What do you think is the moment of this season that the transcend? I've talked about it before. That transcending moment. Ooh, that was on Falk. Or not Falk. Scandella. Scandella let a guy slip by him. What I've talked about it before. A moment in the season where you can see, that's the moment. There's one for this season, and I wonder if you got it.
I probably remember it, but I don't know what you're talking about. Once you say it, right. I'll remember it.
It's simple. What's Boston's record?
I haven't checked.
Letting Montgomery go.
Oh, okay.
And yep. Not and signing Berube is yep. When this season went to shit. Yep. You took the offense that you had and you let it go away. Mm-hmm. And then you brought in another defensive coach. So you have no offense.
And now
not a very good offensive team, and it should have been.
And Boston has a good defense, but the reason they're winning is goaltending and scoring. That's why they're winning.
Well, here's the thing. This is what everyone forgets. Prior to Montgomery going to Boston, everybody, even with Montgomery going there, everybody had Boston picked to be in the Bedard Sweet Six.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Nobody had Boston picked to be the number one team in the league and set a record. Nobody.
And not just the number one team, but the number one team by far.
Yeah. They're going to clinch it here this week. And you look at that team and they're just so Montgomery has them firing on all cylinders. He puts guys in position to be successful. That's what he did here in St. Louis. When he left, Ruby said, I don't need that anymore. This is what I think we need to be successful, and that's what we're going to do.
I think the problem in St. Louis is this. And I've talked about how Alex Steen's last couple of years, besides the playoffs when they won the cup, because I'll agree with you and everybody. Without Alex Steen and that fourth line playing the way they did in the playoffs, they wouldn't have won the Stanley Cup. And I'll give Alex Steen that. But everybody expects these young guys to be like Alex Steen, score 25, 28 goals, and be a 200-foot player. There's not many guys that are like that. And for 6, 7, 8 years, Alex Steen was the best in the league in my mind. And there's just not many guys like that. They're just not. Show me a 40-goal scorer that is one of the best defensive forwards in the league. You're not going to find it.
No, you're not. All right, and if you go down and you look, very few of them are going to have really solid plus minus, with the exception of maybe McDavid and
Matthews,
Drysdale. Right?
Well, I think even Matthews has a minus or just a very few positives. I can't remember, but I wouldn't call Austin Matthews great defensively. I wouldn't call. The only top 5 player in the league that I think is good two-way, that would be Nathan McKinnon. I think Nathan McKinnon is kind of today's Alex Steen, but I think he's more talented offensive wise.
Yeah,
yes,
I can see that.
Yeah, Nathan McKinnon is good defensively, not great, but good. But look at the top 10 scorers in the league. You can't tell me any of those guys are great defensive forwards. They're just
McDavid, not. Here you go. You ready for this?
Yep.
McDavid, 143 points, 60 goals.
Yep.
83 assists, 143 points. The plus 14.
Yep. Ain't that crazy?
Drysdale, 47 goals, 69 assists, 116 points is the plus 1.
Yeah.
Kucherov, 28 goals, 76 assists, 104 points, the plus 3. You get to go, the first one that you come to that's got a good plus minus is Tkachuk.
Yep.
At 38 goals, 63 assists, 101 points, plus 26. Then you got
that's the problem.
At 99 points.
Yep.
Plus 33. Then you get to Hopkins, Brian Nugent-Hopkins, on Edmonton, plus 7, 96 points. Elias Peterson on Vancouver, plus 15. McKinnon, 95 points, plus 20. Mitch Marner, 95 points, plus 16. Robinson on Dallas is an anomaly, plus 30. But you look at the guys, the top points guys, and you get the first one, 91 points. Erik Karlsson from San Jose, minus 16.
So in other words, if they were 50-point scorers, they would be minus 20, basically. They'd be a minus. Here's the problem. I'm not Keith Tkachuk. Tkachuk is talented. He's a great player, Matthew. And everybody he's going to bring back the big body mentality of the Blues and the playing strong defensively. And this is a kid that's one of the top offensive players, and all the Blues people can talk about is, he's going to be just so physical. I'm going, guy, talk about his scoring. Do you think anybody in this league would want Matthew Tkachuk on their team and pay him the money he gets paid
for defense?
If he wasn't great offensively? No.
I don't even see a defense. I'm looking at all these points guys, right? The first defenseman that I come to on the list is Quinn Hughes at 72 points.
And he's really good. Quinn Hughes is really, really good.
Right? He's the first one that I come to. I'm trying to get it here to come up with the defenseman. I have to do it a different way.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk about something I've been talking about with a few people online and give me a hard time over it, but I won't go into full detail. But you know, everybody, you know, you want to trade Verana and you want to
Oh,
trade.
I was wrong. Eric Carlson's the first one on that list at 91 points.
Yeah. And you want to trade Kapanen and Verana to get some value with them. I understand that.
Oh, I said that. I did.
Yeah. But I brought up a good point. I hope he does play well, but the only problem with that is, let's say Verana comes back next year and he's a 50-goal scorer. The Blues won't be able to afford him.
Yeah.
Because he'll want 10, 11 million. And
No, I mean, if you bring him back, if you don't trade him in the offseason and they do come out and do that, you trade him in the trade deadline.
Yep.
All right. I mean, they're not going to stick around. Neither one of them is going to stick around.
No.
Right. And Blaze might have a hell of a season here, but Blaze is only good with Berube. He's a system player.
Yeah, he is.
And if he's not playing in that system, I don't think that he has the skill set to play elsewhere. And I think that's kind of what happened in New York. Even with the injuries, his skill set just didn't fit in with that team.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that has a lot to do with things.
You know, somebody brought up a good point, and I remember years ago talking to a couple Flyers players, and I told you that you know, towards the end there in Philadelphia, you saw a lot of what we've seen this season with Berube here. A lot of players jumping ship, a lot of players having the fans and media saying they're not trying, and a lot of players that the fans and media want to traded. It's very similar. His last year in Philadelphia is very similar to this year with the Blues.
You know, Jason, we're not making a deep run. I know that you've got all this enthusiasm that we can make a deep run with this team. We do not have a team that could get to the second round at all. We're missing way too many pieces for that. We're not offensive enough, not defensive enough, we're not disciplined enough. Believe it or not, as disciplined as the special teams on this is so bad. And in the playoffs, your special teams almost always has to be top notch, even though we weren't in the 19 playoffs. You've got to be better than what the Blues are. And there's just, it's not going to happen, Jason. We're back into 04. This is 05 again.
Yeah.
We're back into that. I see that. I don't see it being as long as it was, but I definitely see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do. I definitely see it.
And Jason, I understand you don't want to trade him, but it's like Guy and I were talking about earlier. His contract's up after next year. The Blues cannot afford him. They can't unless he's going to take $1 million, $2 million, and he's not going to do that if he scores 50 goals. So, like Guy would say, you don't want to let him go for nothing, because a 50-goal scorer, if he turns out to be that, and the Blues can't afford him, you're going to get a first-round pick for him and more.
Yeah. No, and you know, maybe he is. You know, maybe he gets happy being here or whatever, and he does take somewhat of a discount. I just don't see it, right? And not only that, I got to go off what Armstrong said, because Armstrong doesn't pull punches.
No.
Okay, 90. No. I'd say 85% of what Armstrong puts out there is dead on. Dead on. When Armstrong says this is not going to be a 1-year process, 1 or 2 year process, I got to believe that. And if you think that, and you see Varna, I think he got, and he even said it. You know, we got him. You know, if they do great, if they don't do bad, nothing ventured, nothing gained. If they do great, we trade them away for assets. He said that. So I got to go with that. Right?
I will tell you, as of now, regardless, and it doesn't matter that Verana's played so great in his 12 to 16 games here this year. He and Kapanen, as of now, are not in their future plans past next year. Could that change? Yes.
I don't see it being past the trade deadline.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Right. And I'm telling you, especially as good as I would take feelers during the draft. I'm actually thinking about trying to get to the draft.
Are you?
Putting in my a media pass, media request, and trying to get to the draft. Where is it this year? I think is it in Ottawa?
I think it is.
I'd have to look at it. I have to see where it's at. I think it's in Ottawa.
Well,
Right?
if I was you, you better send it now.
No, they haven't opened it yet.
All right.
No, I have to wait until they open it. I get the emails when they open it.
Yeah, I haven't seen them.
Huh?
Said I haven't gotten any emails that says it's open.
Yeah, no. Are you on the NHL media site?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where. No, I think because I think that the Blues are going to be very active. And the only thing I got to find out is I don't know how media works with being there and doing interviews and stuff like that. I think I can do interviews. I just can't do anything live. Right. So.
Yeah, I think so.
So we'll see. I don't know. It's kind of a pipe dream right now. It's kind of a pipe dream. I'd have to get a visa to work. I don't have a working visa for Canada. I'm pretty. Where is the draft this year? Let me look here real quick. Go to the main page, see if it shows anything.
Did you hear me?
No, I didn't.
You don't need a working visa because you're not making money.
No, I'd have to.
I
think I'm skirting.
No, I flew up there for years, and because I wasn't being paid while I was up there by a Canadian company or making money directly from someone in Canada, I did not need one.
Well, I know. Like the reporters that go up there, they have to have working visas.
Yeah, because they're being paid by an entity. You're not being paid by anyone.
Yeah. Let's see.
You never know.
Yeah, I don't see it in here. Go to dates of interest. I'm looking here. My eyesight's crappy.
No, it's in Montreal.
It is in Montreal again?
Yep.
I thought the last one was in Montreal.
Friday, July 8th.
July 8th?
Actually, it starts Thursday the 7th and goes to the 8th. It's at the beautiful Bell Center.
Are you sure?
Yep. I just looked it up. Hold on. Maybe it was doing last year's.
That's last year's. They were in Montreal last year. I'm almost dead certain they were in Montreal last year.
It's in Nashville.
Nashville.
June 29th.
Okay.
June 28th and 29th at Bridgestone Arena.
There you go.
I'm only 4 hours from there.
I may have to try it. The only thing is I've got to go to San Diego in August, first week of August for 4 or 5 days, and that might prevent me from doing, but I would love to go to the draft and cover it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a ship that I was on is decommissioning. In fact, that I have my jersey for. So far, Gloria, we are, but the Blues have found, they just pulled the goalie, so we're in trouble. We don't know how to score. The best goalie for us is an empty net. All right, Shin just gave it up at the blue line again. Oh, that was Bennington kind of gave up a popper there.
You know,
Shin's
defense hasn't been good this year, and nobody's jumping onto him.
Shin's had a decent year, I think.
No, he's had a decent year. I'm saying he's not Mr. Defense, I'm saying, but nobody gets onto him when he makes mistakes, and he makes them every game.
Oh, I know. You know what? I would actually love to see Chicago tie this game up and then go to overtime, because then they would get a point on. They'd be a point ahead of Columbus. Wendy would be so pissed.
Oh, he would be.
Yeah. Oh, see, that to me, a shot, you know, for these, you know, for icing, if the puck goes through the blue paint, at any point, if the puck goes through, the ice should wave off icing. To me, the crease is supposed to be the area of a shot. So if the puck goes through the crease, oh wow, that's a loose puck in front. Oh man, oh wow, the Chicago just had every chance in the world to score and couldn't. Bennington was all over the place, man. He looked, he looked like Neo from the Matrix, right? Oh, you like my cast? Reverse retro colors. I lost Lance. $120 to go. And there it is. The sod man puts it away with 113 to go. Sod put it away. All right, Sod finally found the empty net. Bennington was like Neo from the Matrix, man. Choo, 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 stopping bullets and shit. Oh, nice little shot from Sod. From his own blue line.
Every time I hear his name, I want to go out and mow my lawn. I'm serious. I always think of grass when I hear his name.
No, I guess in the Chicago feed, they call him the Sod Father. Yeah. I'm sure they'll pull the goalie again. I mean, why not? Yep, here he goes. So Blues get goals tonight from Varna, Brown. Oh, they changed that one. Originally it was Falk. From Brown, Torpachenko, Kyrou, and that last one was Sod. They don't have it up yet. Bennington's going to go to 500, man. See, just think if we play deep, this guy should have been. He could have easily had 35 or 40 wins. I absolutely believe that. If this team would have fixed some of the problem, I mean, he should have been in the. He should have been in the Venza conversation. Kyrou fired one at the empty net that just missed, got intercepted. But at this point, you're not going to try and embarrass Chicago. Well, back in the old days, you would. But you didn't back in the 80s, early 90s until Patrick Waugh. You never pulled the goalie when you were down by 2 goals, right?
No, I don't remember seeing very many, if any at all, people doing that.
Yeah. So Sod gets the unassisted goal to close it out. The Blues end up winning 5-3, while being outshot 33-29. They were outshot this period 12-7. Not surprising. They've been outshot a lot this season. I don't know what else to say, man. It's okay for me. Are you going to be around Saturday or Sunday?
I should be.
Saturday's game is at 7 a.m. my time, so the show's 6:30. So that's 11:30 for you. I think it's a noon game. They're in Nashville. Did you lock up on me again, Lance, man? Yeah, he did. He froze on me. Give him a second, see if he comes back. No, not with just one goal. No. I could see it being Falk.
Well, no, I thought Falk had 2 points. Yeah, he had 2 points. Yeah, no, I could see it being possibly Falk. Game-winning goal went to Kyrou, so it could be Kyrou. Yeah, game-winning goal, yeah, went to Kyrou. So we'll see. Yeah, it won't be Saad. I'm pretty certain of that. Oh, wow. This is surprising. You were close, Hef. You were close. So the third star with 1 goal. Piranha, the Piranha. Make sure that's right. 1 goal plus 2. Had 1 hit and 2 block shots. Second star with 1 goal and 1 assist, plus 2 rating, 3 takeaways and a block shot. Brandon Son. And your first star with the game-winning goal. 5 shots, 9 attempts. A hit and a giveaway. Jordan Kyrou. There you go, bud. I guess I lost Lance. And there's 7 of you here, surprisingly, as bad as this show has been lately. Guys, I'm going to call it, and I'm going to go drive Uber. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. See you Saturday at 6 a.m. my time, 6:30, which is, I think that's 11:30 Central Standard Time. 12:30 if you're in the East Coast. Then Sunday, we're back in St. Louis. That is a 9:30 game, I think. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 2:30 your time. We'll see you then. Aloha mahalo. And what do you say, boys?
To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go, Blues! Let's go,